Hey everyone, welcome to Muse Themes. My name is Steve Harris, and today we're running through the Dropzone widget overview. So basically what Dropzone is it's a file uploader for your website. And you can style it in many different ways, and it's actually quite beautiful in the way it works. So you can see on our sample here, I can actually click on the upload area and select a file to upload. So this is an image, and you can see it uploads there. And then we have the option to cancel the upload or remove it. So there you go, the file is uploading and done. So I'm going to remove that file, and another way that users can actually upload here is to simply drag and drop the file into there, and it goes up the same way. So it's a really great looking widget, and we've made the upload process for this as simple as we can possibly make it. Now, a little warning in advance, it is not compatible with Business Catalyst. It uses PHP, and Business Catalyst does not support PHP files or any server-side code. So you will have to use your own host for this, something like GoDaddy or HostGator, whatever you want. So let's jump into Muse, and I'll show you how to make this widget work. The first thing that we'll run through is what it looks like when you download the package from the website. So if I open up Finder here and I look in the folder, when you download Dropzone, you're going to get a zip file first. So let's extract the zip and let's have a look at what's in the folder. So within we have, of course, the mulib. So I'm going to double click that and it adds it to my library in Muse. Now there's a few other files. There's an email, a remover, and an uploader, and these are PHP files. Now the remover and uploader files are good to go as is. You don't need to do anything to them. But in order to get the email notifications that a file has been uploaded, we need to make sure that we edit this email.php file. And the way that we can do that is in any standard text editor. So I'm going to open up something like text edit here, but you could use Sublime Text, or I have Lightpaper as well. And once we have TextEdit open, you'll see that there is actually an email area within this file. And right now it says MuseThemes.dev@gmail.com. Now we encountered a strange little bug with this file, and actually specific to TextEdit. And TextEdit has a tendency to replace your quotation marks with some sort of smart quote. And so we need to make sure that it doesn't do that when we edit this. So this is only unique to TextEdit. But if we go up to Edit, and Substitutions, and we turn off this smart quotes part. We don't want that on. So now we can just revise this email. So I'm just going to put Steve@MuseThemes.com, and now we can simply save the file and close it, and we're good to go. You won't have to worry about those smart quotes if you're using a more standard code editor like Sublime Text. So now that we've put our email into that PHP file, we're done there, and we can jump right into Muse. So in Muse, the first thing I'll do, of course, is drag the widget out onto the canvas. Okay. And when we do that, let me close this so we can see we get a kind of drop files here upload area. And I'll scale this down so we can see it a little bit easier. So this is the area where our users are going to drop their files. And if we look at the panel, the first and most important options are we need to add these uploader and email files to the widget. So we just click Add File and select the right one. So this is the uploader, so there. Now we'll do the remover, right there, and then the email. And let's add that. And just to touch quickly on why you have to edit the email PHP file, we could have done it so that you could have entered your email in the panel, but the problem is then your email might be visible in the source code of the website, which could put you at risk for getting spam. So editing the PHP file itself means your email is totally hidden from the public. So it's just a better way to do it, even though it's an extra step. Okay, now that we've added those three files, let's jump into the next tab, which is Uploader Setup. So in the Uploader Setup, we can set the accepted file types. So this image/star here means pretty much any image extension, or a JPEG, PNG, anything like that. Then we're also adding PDF, text files, zip files, and RAR files. So the way that you can add files in here is just simply type a comma and then put, let's say, .text. So you need to make sure there's no spaces and that you're separating them with commas. We do have a little note here at the bottom that says, click here for a list of compatible file types. And if you click this link, it just opens a website that shows all of the various file types that you can use in the widget. Okay, so jumping back to Muse, and let's finish up with Uploader Setup. So now we've got Uploader Box Text. So right now it says drop files or click here to upload. That's what you're seeing in the box there. I'm going to leave it set as that. We can change the file size, the maximum file size we want uploaded. Now 256 megabytes is very big, so maybe we'll go something like 2 megabytes max. The number of files that can be uploaded into one area, let's leave this set at 2, but you could have this set up as high as you want. Let's see where it maxes out. So 10 files is the maximum that we've set in the widget. And then parallel uploads means you can upload more than one file at one time. So let's set it so that you can have 2 uploads at once. Now the next checkbox is to add the remove file option. Basically, this gives your user the ability to remove the file that they've just uploaded themselves. So if they've changed their mind or they uploaded the wrong file. So let's leave that on for now, and then we're done with this setup box. Now we get into some of our text responses, how the uploader functions. So if I open this one up, you can see we have an area, cancel upload text. So how do you want this to be customized? You can write anything you want in this area. Same thing for canceling the upload, removing the file's too big. You can customize all the text here. So I'm going to leave those set as is for now. We don't really need to change those for the demo. In the next block, we have the email notification. So the sender name, who do you want this to come from? We could have this come from something like file upload. The subject line, you have new files. The email message, please download the file by clicking the following link. So you can download any file your customer has uploaded right from your email. And then, of course, the email options for when a file has been removed. You can also get a notification for that. So I'll leave those as is. And the last section of this widget panel is simply for styling. So we can change the uploader box background. We could go transparent, or we could set a color. Opacity, so if we want to go, right now it's at 100%, but we could go down to say 0.5, which is 50%. I'm going to go back to 1 for the sake of the demo. Now we have a height on the box, a border style, border thickness. So all of these are quite obvious in terms of what they do, their style settings for you to stylize that upload box. Now, one thing you don't see in here is the font for the drop files or click here to upload. Now that is stylable, and the way that you do that is I'm going to close the panel, and with the widget here selected, if you go up to text and you select a font, so let's say Proxima, it's going to change that font right there. So that's how you have some control over that font in the box. Okay, so now that we've set the widget up, we need to go ahead and publish this to the web. And remember, you can't publish this to Business Catalyst, so you need to use your own hosting environment. So basically, we go up to this little arrow near publish, and let's publish to an FTP host. And our server is actually sitting on GoDaddy right now. So our FTP server address for us is demo.MuseThemes.com, and then our username and our password. Okay, I'm going to store the credentials in case I want to upload again later, and let's click Next. It connects to that FTP server. Okay, now we enter our site domain. So this one is going to be demo.musethemes.com, and I'm going to upload it to a folder called Upload. So now in the folder on server, I'm going to put this in as Upload, because I don't want it to go right to the root of this domain. And so upload, only modified files, that's fine. And let's click OK. Now I haven't made that folder yet on my host or on my FTP. So when I click OK, I assume it's going to ask me, of course it doesn't exist. Do you want to create it? Let's click OK. So there you go. So Muse is going to upload everything. Okay, now that Muse has uploaded everything, it opened up our website, and we can see our file upload box here. So if we click on it and we add a file and click open, you can see it's uploading fine. I have the option to remove the file, which I could. Now I'm just going to jump into an FTP program to kind of show you this behind the scenes quickly. So I use FileZilla, and if I open up FileZilla here, I'm going to connect to that same FTP. And once I've done that, I'm just going to navigate to my upload folder. And you can see the upload folder here that I created from Muse, visible in the right side of the screen. And if I go to Assets and Uploads, that's where it's actually putting these files. So you can see that it's uploaded the file here. Everything looks good. And if I go back to the site and I click Remove File, so I've removed it there. Now in this folder, if I refresh it, you can see the file is gone. So everything's working really well. You don't need to use FileZilla. I just wanted to show you it behind the scenes working. So the last step here is our email notifications. Let's open up my email and see if we got that notification of a file. Okay, so I just checked my email and you can see here that I received an email. It says you have new files from the sender file upload, and please download the file by clicking the following link. And if I click this link, it opens up the image file that my customer or I've uploaded to the site. So the email notification is really handy if you don't want to log into an FTP to retrieve the files that somebody has uploaded. You can grab it right from your email. So that's how the Dropzone widget works. As you can see, setup is fairly simple. There's only a few little changes you'll need to make. And again, the most important things to remember are if you're using text edit, don't forget to turn those smart quotes off. And also that you'll need to use your own host for this. You can't use Business Catalyst. Thanks again for watching this video. And if you have any questions or concerns with Dropzone, don't hesitate to ask. Cheers.